too many goals, to be honest. I would say like Anders is not good in defending Jonny, but Jonny is also not good in defending Anders. So I would say something like 6-4 for Anders.
I thought you were going to sit on the fence for a minute there. You were giving us the. You basically said one player's good at attacking, the other's good at attacking. Let's see what happens in the game. Graf, I mean, what do you think about this one? Because they have played earlier on this year. They played in the virtual Bundesliga Club Championship, where you were involved in that final. I'm sorry to bring it back to you. Unfortunately, it wasn't the year to remember for RB Leipzig Gaming after such dominance in the club championship. It was SC Paderborn that came out on top. This could be an early start for Anders. It's time green. Can he get it round the goalie? No, he can't. But in that matchup, they did play, and Anders beat him 3-1.
Exactly, yeah. It was a really dominant match from Anders. I think it was really deserved, and Anders won it 3-1, like really clear also. It was just a 6 minute per half, so he did really well. Yeah, but to be honest, in that moment, I think Jonny was not in his prime. I think after winning the Champions League, after winning the BBL, I think now he is in his prime.
Maybe an early chance again for Anders. He's just knocked on the door of Petr already. I mean, look, we saw his team on social a few days ago, Graverson. You are reading that right. John Stones is a left back, Hostler is a right back. For those that are tuning in and thinking, what on earth is going on with Anders' back line? Give the people the lowdown.
I do thought he was going to change his rule. It seems like it's onside, so we'll talk about that in a second.
Jonny, first time in Anders' box, mind the last two. Long Hostler dispossessed. Still Jonny in possession, making it difficult for Anders. 1 or 2 tackles, the ball just sticks to the feet of that greatest of the game. Icon, and it is the star boy by Saka, as Anders has been calling him throughout this tournament.
I do think it makes sense for Anders to use Joselu because of the first touch, the playstyle plus, because of the way he's really offensive, but he also covers the possible crosses into Haaland. But I'm surprised he's using Stones. I thought he was gonna go for I don't know, maybe a Havertz, maybe a Mendy. But it feels like Stones is working out well for him because Anders was really at his best in the group stage. I mean, I don't think he suffered for a single minute.
Yeah, but as we see, Jonny is playing Haaland as the right mid, and he will cross on Haaland. He loved to cross on Haaland, so I think it's really good that Anders is playing Stones. Otherwise, we just concede too many crosses on Haaland.
Well, we spoke a lot about HHezerS potentially being the favourite in this one. 2.5 minutes into it, it is the Serie A champion that leads by a 0-0. Perfect start.
One thing I really love about the way HHezerS attacks is not only the way he passes the ball, but the controls, the first touch controls he does with Mbappe, with all the items. I think it's amazing. And every time I try to attack like that at home, I'm telling you, I'm losing 3-0, 4-0, because it's really hard to attack that way.
I don't mean to bring it up, Grav, but I know you could talk about it. You did play Anders a few months ago in a competitive tournament.
It was tough.
How difficult is it playing against him? Because I don't think people quite know at home the sort of player that he is and what you have to go through in those lengthy 9-minute halves.
For me, when he gets going, when he finds an opening, it's just impossible to stop him. And at least it was impossible for me because I conceded 10 goals. But
you said it, Grav. I didn't want to talk about the score.
It seems like when he finds an opening like this...
Chance, Anders, he talks it reds! It's not like him, is it?
Yeah, but he's playing really good. He got now 2 really good chances. One he hits with green, Jonny moved the keeper really good. And now this one, if he hits green, he's scoring. But yeah, he's playing really well.
Someone else who's playing pretty well has just got an equaliser. And that is LevyFinn. Will roll in the replay after this corner. Jonny so deadly from corners, as we saw in the Champions League where he picked up that earlier on this year. Schmeichel is moved slightly by Anders, which does do enough to get him back in possession. But let's see if we can see that replay now. This is the goal LevyFinn scored. It was from the spot of a penalty. There is no red card we can see on the screen. But that's been quite a good first 7 minutes in that game.
What a love story between LevyFinn and Andrea Pirlo. It happened in ECL, it's happening now. It's the start, really.
Yeah, he loved to play with Pirlo. Also, our coach, Feminator, he just gave Levy Pirlo jersey as a present because Pirlo's just doing every time really well for him. And in this tournament, he's playing him, of course, again.
Yeah, I've just tuned in. This is the FC Pro World Championship live here in Berlin, a $1 million FC24 competition to conclude a season that has been one like no other. 32 players came yesterday, 16 eliminated. So many big shocks amongst those 16 that were eliminated. Including Nicholas Tex, just to name a few. they'll be playing all the round of 16 games, and then tomorrow it'll be all about the final 8 players. Hostel all the way from fullback and this building. That was timed green, it was blocked though. Little La Croqueta does enough to give him an angle, but not enough of an angle.
Wow, that was close. I do think if he went maybe for another skill speed, maybe it could have been different. But the way he's pressing now, as Mo analyzed before, it's amazing. Obviously, Saliba's going to win this header, but he's pressing with Mbappe and R9.
So crazy.
Let's put it onside. He's going to win the battle against Hosu. Lofted in. Haaland is there. Schmeichel is the hero. Pretty even first 30 minutes so far. Quick corner comes in between the help of Bernard Nazario and Schmeichel.
It's interesting to see the way in pretty much not all the corners, but the first 2 or 3 corners that Jonny uses goes to the first post like aggressively, but at the moment Anders is moving the keeper aggressively as well.
Yeah.
Is it something you think is because Anders is moving the keeper always in the corners? He doesn't like to not touch the keeper.
Yeah, like it's risky. It's just risky if Jonny just cross on the second one, it would be a goal. But he's just confident to be in Jonny's head, and yeah, it works really well.
Well, you can see both games side by side here in our round of 16. And we have got 4 rounds of action coming your way. Let's just down the Anders game. Step over exit for Nucci. That's such a big interception there. Still 1-1 in the HHezerS LevyFinn game.
Nice.
You will be able to catch every single one today.
What a player switch there.
Yes, so good.
Wow.
Miss. Kick of the action.
As you can see, his second man pressing with Joselu, the right back. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. And now this could be counter-attack.
Yeah.
Joselu out of position.
Cruyff does so well there. Look at Arnold. If he can just peel away from Osler, which he does, is he going to be offside? Schmeichel off the line! Somehow Anders keeps it out!
Crazy.
Wow. I mean, we talked about this. Anders' press is probably the best in the competition, but he does make mistakes as well.
Yeah.
And if you're quick with the passing, you can counter-attack.
Didn't even flinch there. Here's the replay again. It's a great run from Arnold. Schmeichel really puts in his own goal, and it's hostile of all players.
Really good movement by Anders.
You think you're through one-on-one of it, and then your next thing you know, Anders has moved the goalkeeper. It's just so hard to break down all the levels. Find a way past him. Chance for him to break.
Nice.
Mbappe will be able to pull away.
Nice.
Oh, it's brilliant feet. Mbappe still. Times it green on the rebound. Harry's away. It's a coming together in the box, and just about Jonny holds it all together.
I think this first half is all about goalkeeper movement, right?
Yeah. Like we could have seen, I think, like 3 or 4 goals in this game. Again. Wow.
Brilliant goalkeeper movement. And Joselu's being punished by Jonny at the moment.
Straight back down the other end. Chance for Jonny.
What a player switch again.
Timed that one perfectly. There's Vejrgang. As we said, fresh off his first individual major trophy in the Euros a few days ago in Berlin. I mean, I'm lucky enough to stand next to the person that played him in that final. Talk more of that in a second. There has been another goal over here, LevyFinn. Well, wait, course, did you forget about him? Well, he is still playing in the teams, and he is still causing a nuisance in the final third. Jonny's done so well, though, in these first 45 minutes or so. He's had some chances which they're not going to come. Just fast, just offside there, only time to come in, or no time at all. And that will do us for the half-time here. I mean, he said it perfectly, Grab, in some ways. It was a half of goalkeeper movement. In some ways, there was no real better player in it.
I do think Anders is playing a little bit better, but it seems like Jonny is able to counter-attack when Joselu is out of position.
So we have got a pause in play. We'll jump over to this one. HHezerS, who was 1-0 up in 3 in game minutes, finds himself 2-1 down against LevyFinn. Why is LevyFinn sort of gone on leaps and bounds of it? Because last year remember he sort of came through the woodworks. He was playing for FC Hansa Rostock, I believe, in the virtual Bundesliga, then put pen to paper for RB Leipzig game. And since then, he's just come on leaps and bounds as a pro. And look, runner-up in the virtual Bundesliga this year, runner-up in the E-Champions League. It's been a great season for him, regardless of what happens from this moment onwards.
Yeah, I think also last year he was really, really good. He's just a really good FIFA player. But yeah, it was just unlucky how he didn't qualify for the World Cup. So this year he made it, and he deserved it. And now he's in round of 16, and I think he's able to get more.
At the moment, he'll be happy with his first 45.
Yes, he should, yeah. One thing that we noticed from LevyFinn, not only in the virtual Bundesliga, but in this year as well, is the way he left stick dribbles.
His dribbling is so good.
It's amazing. It has to be one of the best in the competition.
He find a third before the break. Living in town. Copa America in-game item coming across.
Oh, big mistake.
To be huge. Andrea Pirlo, the goal scorer of the penalty, leading win in the first 10 minutes. Looking to play his part. Back on the way in the Anders game. We'll just stay with this one for a split second. Anders has got a massive chance for the on the left-hand side of your screen. He's up by a goal to nil. 1.5 minutes off the restart. We'll see it again. I'm sure of some reaction. But what a first 2 minutes to the restart that is from Anders. Look.
The press.
Again.
Oh, it's the pressure.
It's a big win back. It's on acres of space. And it's just how composed you are in those moments, Gravison, which is the difference.
One thing that I really like about Anders, when he's attacking in a 2v1 situation, he always keeps running.
Yeah.
He keeps running. If you move the defender, that's when he goes for the pass. But if you don't move the defender, he's gonna keep running and just shoot. And that's something he does pretty much perfectly, because it's just impossible to defend really Umut.
Yeah, if you would pass the ball, he would lose it. But he just know what the defender is doing. He's just in Jonny's head right now. So he just knew, okay, he want to cut the pass. He's selecting the player and go to Anders, his player. But he just take the ball, run and shoot.
Last chance of the half here, then we will jump back into Anders' match up against Jonny HHezerS. Looking to make something of it. He's not going to do that. Let's leave this one. Half-time, LevyFinn. Great turnaround from him. He'll be happy with that one. And he's in good company as well of Antonio Rodea, who sits behind him, a past virtual Bundesliga champion. Back over to this one now. A brilliant start.
Nice.
From the kickoff. And you feel like maybe that goal's now gone in, Gravison. It might just shift the confidence.
Let's see if it shifts, because
Getting very aggressive there with Stones.
I don't know how he's able to pull it off every single time. He just presses with the fullbacks and he takes the ball back. And the thing with Anders, he's able to do that because his player switching is so good that even if he surpasses that press, he's going to be able to player switch into the centre back and then press again. Just player switching is insane.
Mbappe, step over exit, one more pass will make all the difference!
So good.
Time grade!
Just so good.
And Anders Vejrgang will lead by 2 goals to nil.
The main thing here, obviously, as you can see, the step over, the timing, the green time shot, everything was beautiful. It all started from the press with Stones, which was too risky. But for Anders, it makes sense because he gets the ball back.
No different player would do that with Stones. No, like I wouldn't do that, because if you don't get this ball, Jonny would score, I think. But as you mentioned before, Graf, you can see here in the first attack, he's just running and shooting, and now he's just got the right decision again. He was not running with Mbappe, he was just passing to R9. Jonny thought he's going to run and shoot, but he just passes and he was free.
It's just the timing.
Yeah, the timing and the decision making. It's crazy.
It's impossible to train timing. You just got it or not.
Yeah,
he does have it.
Yeah. He's just talented. It's crazy.
It was a top 8 finish last year in the World Championship for Anders Vejrgang. He did make the quarter-final stages before losing to the hands of the Italian Obram. Could be looking to match that performance up again. We just kicked off our second half on that right-hand side of your screen. HHezerS ties the game up there too. Instant starts in both the second halves.
That was a beautiful finish. This could be a good counter-attack. This could be dangerous.
Jonny desperate for a way back in this one. Before the tie starts to run away. He says play on. Potentially that could have been a talking point. This was the goal that we just checked in saw, Grav.
That's the thing with Cruyff. You don't expect a finesse because he doesn't have the playstyle plus. But again, players are too good on the attack now.
Offside?
It's offside, yeah. You don't expect a finesse coming in, but Cruyff with the shooting stats he has now, it doesn't matter because it's gonna go in either way.
Yeah, I think Levy also moved his keeper wrong, but I'm not sure.
Nice.
Breakaway. It's quite a high line, which he's going to have to do when he's 2-0 down. But he might make the most of this one, Anders. Saka, died away, 2-3 scores, he goes wide!
It's just the right choice again.
Yeah.
We expected maybe a step over, we expected maybe a pass, and then he goes for the control sprint now. I mean, he's just playing perfectly.
Kids.
Everything really. The defense, the player switching.
Well, let's see this again very quickly. This was the penalty shout that Jonny did have.
Yeah.
Yeah, unlucky. Unlucky for Jonny.
And then this was the chance that we just saw with Saka.
Yeah.
Yellow time.
That was the issue. Like, he's playing perfect, but he could have scored more if he just do the right decisions. If he hits green, if he shoots in the right corner, he also could score 4 or 5 goals.
Well, he might be on to score another one. It's more pressure from the Danish player. Bit of goalkeeper movement, nearly found the tiniest of gaps there just to squeeze that through of Hosselu.
He's doing everything right.
And he's still pressing with Hosselu with his right leg.
Still looking for that third. The ball just keeps on rebounding back. Haaland blocked there by Saliba. Saka might interchange of R9. Red time shot. And Jonny eventually gets the ball back. What a turnaround. Bottom of your screen.
Tackle. Wow.
In the other round of 16 game, Canate wins that one back. We'll get the replay of what's just happened here. Is it Cruyff with another one? Wow. Plays the one more pass. It's beautiful. All the difference there.
We open up the angle for a shot with Cruyff. This time he passed it to Mbappe. And Anders is not letting us analyze anything because he's just attacking and pressing.
Just pressing. He's 2-0 up, but Jonny's not able to play.
He's not.
No.
He's not.
We're lucky if he gets that pause as well anytime soon.
Haaland.
Anders will be holding on to this ball. The only time you will get one is if I score a third and we thinking
maybe a cross.
Delays until he can make his mind up. Haaland is in there. Doesn't really want to fall back on the crossing though.
This is good.
Instead goes to Haaland. 3-0.
It's so good. He's playing perfect.
He's just too good.
It's just kind of everyone.
And it looks like he's on his way back to another quarter-final on the biggest stage of the season.
It's just too good. FC24. We can see it really. We can see what it means to him. He's shushing us. He's shushing us doubters that thought there was a game possible in which Jonny could win the game.
We have an update in the other
3-0.
game as well. Sorry to intrude in the conversation. And I tell you, I mean, Umit, I've got to come to you first and foremost. What's happened here from LevyFinn? He's 4-2 down.
Yeah, corner goal, hard to defend, play all the corner. I think many Italian players are doing that, and it's really hard to defend. But yeah, HHezerS doing that really well.
28 minutes left, plenty of time. Remember, we're playing 9-minute halves, so you lose, you're out the tournament. It's the end of your FC Pro World Championship run. We're back to the drawing board for next season. Wafted in, Weghorst looks to touch it down. Schmeichel.
Go short again.
A brilliant save just to keep him out. Weghorst not in the box there, came short. You want him as an aerial threat.
It is good.
Cruyff will be on side.
Oh, power shot.
What?
Oh, smart.
To come back in. Interesting variation we're seeing for this.
But I don't know why. If HHezerS doing his corner, Weghorst is short, so he can't cross on Weghorst.
It's hard because he doesn't have any more air plus players, so cross is not coming in. One thing that's really interesting about HHezerS is the camera. It's a classic camera which is quite low, so the angles should be really hard to understand. But still, he understands them in the right way, because that power shot, I didn't see that power shot. I didn't think the space was there. So mainly for the people at home, do not try this camera, because it's just HHezerS, he plays.
I also think it's really weird. I wouldn't use that.
I mean, there'll be people at home as well that would love to know from a world champion, what is the best camera settings to use?
I used my whole live tele-broadcast, and I also use it when I won the World Championship. But since 1 or 2 months, I switched to co-op 20-0. With co-op, you just see the whole field. You see every long ball, you see every through ball, every player who's running. So I think it's the best camera to use.
Nice press. It's either co-op 20-0, as someone said, or maybe the TV broadcast, maybe 15-0, 10-10.
Yeah.
That is between those two. And I don't know how HHezerS is able to pull this off with this camera.
I also think it's really weird.
Wow. Well, I'm just looking across. We are at a pause as it currently stands between Anders Vejrgang and Jonny. Someone's got about 12 in-game minutes left. On the way out.
One thing for LevyFinn in these last few minutes, HHezerS is going to keep attacking. He's not going to hold possession. So he's going to have a couple of chances. I mean, HHezerS is he's not gonna pass the ball back. He's gonna try to keep attacking with even the fullbacks, in this case Hullet and McTominay. So if LevyFinn is able to press the way Anders was pressing, for example, he's gonna be able to attack at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, and HHezerS is also gonna stay like really aggressive with his defenders. So maybe he can punish him for that if he just is too aggressive.
One thing that they both do have in common, these two players, they both have played in the Champions League final before. And as it currently stands, they will be matching up. They were both playing in Istanbul last year in the Champions League final. They avoided each other on opposite sides of the brackets, did Anders and HHezerS. For another 10 in-game minutes, they can both hold on. They both will be going into the quarter-final stage, which we must say on top of that as well. Big goal back for Jonny. Don't count him out just yet.
He's still alive, but it's hard. I think it's the second time he went for the second post in the corner, which was the right choice, because as you can see, Schmeichel was out of position.
Yeah,
but
still, first post.
Still, you mentioned it yesterday, and I totally agree. It's really hard to play with constant pressure against Anders, because it's just the way he understands the passes into the space, the way he dribbles as well. It's really hard to get the ball off him.
Yeah, and I think if you play constant pressure against Anders, he just keeps scoring. He will just score and punish you for that. But you have to do constant pressure, otherwise he will not score.
Yeah. Well, you run out of time. You have 10 minutes, so you have to constant pressure.
You need 2 goals.
Here he comes.
To stretch Jonny all about the pitch. He has to go for the game now. You see offside trap played there. You want to go again and score. Is he happy just to keep possession? Scott McTominay with an unbelievable pass to find it through. Ronaldo down the line,
That is crazy, man!
Ja, Junge! 4-1!
Fucking goal, man!
Anders Vejrgang's on his way to a quarter-final in this year's FC Pro World Championship.
Oh.
But also there's been more news in the other game. I believe this is live. Don't worry, it's not a replay. It is live. This is live. 6 in-game minutes left. You can just see in the background as well some celebrations coming in from Anders. This was the goal again. Talk me through it, Gravis. How hard is this to let alone?
It's not only the step over and the croqueta shot, it's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, at the moment, you can see Anders pointing at Umut. You can explain that celebration, maybe. For me, the goal of the tournament so far.
Yeah.
Wow. Impressive. It's just the way he hold the ball for what, 4 or 5 minutes? And why are you laughing? Tell us about it.
Because he's always making jokes. I got my own celebration, just to call and to show. And as we see, he's doing that to me because I also always do that, and he's always making fun about that. He said it's so weird that I do that. Oh. And now he's pointing me with that.
It's just the way he kept the ball. If you remember, the ball went back to dominate, and you thought maybe he's gonna pass it back to the keeper. No, he decided to go inside, then threw a ball into Cristiano Ronaldo, and then everything happened. Yeah. Beautiful.
Just perfect decision making.
Well, this is live now. Last closing stages. It looks as if it's going to be HHezerS that books himself into the quarterfinals. Alongside that, guaranteed himself $40,000 just for getting there. If you win again tomorrow, you'll double the cash to $80,000 for a top 4. By the end of play tomorrow here in Berlin, there'll be a new world champion, potentially. And $250,000 guaranteed to them as well. I mean, Grav, we have to give plaudits. He was 2-1 down at half-time. He's pulled himself through. HHezerS is going to be on his way to the quarterfinal stages.
Yeah, it seems like even if Levy scores from this type, which is not, let's see, HHezerS qualifying through the next stage. And I mean, more predicted it's top 4. Now it's top 8, so it's still one more game. But it seems like the defense is there and the attack is always going to be there because that's HHezerS.
Congratulations to the AC Monterman, the winner of the Serie A this year. Commiserations to LevyFinn. That is the end of his story for this FC24 season, a season he should still be so proud of. I'm sure you can agree as his teammate.
Yeah, it was just an incredible season. I mean, he's runner-up in the E-Champions League, he's runner-up in the VBL Bundesliga. He played so good, but I'm also really sad for him to get knocked out here because I know how good he is, and I know that he also deserved more. But yeah, in the end, it is how it is, and yeah, you have to live with that.
It is a crazy season for him.
Yeah.
Being a champion,
I think it's difficult, isn't it, Graham? Because he's been to those finals, but just hasn't had that chance to lift the trophy.
But
he's still been in the final.
Still. Yeah. I mean, runner-up in his domestic league, runner-up in DCL as well. It seems like he's just one step away, but he has time still.
Added time for 3 minutes here. 3 goals in 3 game minutes, I think, will just be, unfortunately, mathematically impossible.
Yeah, and I talked with Anders before the tournament, and I said he asked me who's the best player. I said Jonny's one of the best, and he told me, you can be sure if I play against Jonny, I will gonna beat him. I will gonna beat him. You 100%, he told me, and I said how you can say 100%? He said I'm confident. I know I would beat Jonny if I play him in World Cup.
He came prepared and he conquered. I told you, he was gonna beat Jonny 100%. No doubts in his mind. 4-2.
My screen.
This guy.
Well, adding time to 3 minutes to be played. We'll kick it off again. 2 more players will be eliminated here from Berlin. It will be 2 players from the virtual Bundesliga that crash out. One will survive in the competition still in Anders Vejrgang. 4-time result. Anders wins 4-2 against the Champions League winner Jonny. And he will be in the final 8 here in Berlin. Handshakes between the 2. Commiserations to Jonny. He won't feel it now, but he should be so proud of himself this season. 2 major trophies, 1 in Germany with the virtual Bundesliga, and that all-important E-Champions League result there. Massive result for him. I mean, look, so much to build off, Grav.
It seems like I was